What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Dutch, the Black Non-Democrat. I appreciate you guys coming to the video today. We are going to have some fun and try not to take ourselves too seriously here, but we are going to be talking about a serious topic. And the serious topic is, transgender identity. First, I'm going to see how I sound here on YouTube. Don't want to be sounding all crazy. There we go. See how I sound here on YouTube. Don't want to be sounding all right. I sound great. I sound absolutely great. But all right, man, let's get this show on a roll. This is my second time being live on this channel. I was just live on Dutch Talk TV, my other channel, for about 3.5 hours last night. We were talking about hip hop, man, and the violence and self-destruction of hip hop, and what do we have to do to change the narrative of the self-destructive nature of hip-hop today. And we went really deep into that subject, because we did just lose a rapper this week. His name is Takeoff. He is a member of the Migos music group. Rest in peace, Takeoff. That man did not have to die. That man did not have to die. You see, but that just shows you the mentality of how Black people respond to certain situations, dealing with arguments. And, we cannot just argue and, keep it moving. We got to pull out the gun. We got to, show that we are alpha males and all of this and all of that. At the end of the day, man, look, if you can't argue with me, I don't want to argue at all. And that leads us into today's topic. I've been arguing all week for about 2 weeks now about a subject that really really, I guess it's sensitive. I guess you can call it sensitive. And if you guys want to join in on this conversation, come up here and be a part of the show. I do have a link in the comment section or the chat room that you can just hit. I tried to do it a couple of times. I kept hitting send. Let me see if I can erase those, man. I can't erase those. But the last one on there where it says join the conversation here, you can literally hit that right now and you can get into the picture and you can voice your opinion on what we're talking about. And I'll be, referencing that throughout the show. But yeah. I seen American Horror Story, and this came out on the 19th of October, season 11, NYC, American Horror Story NYC, and I was so excited to watch this new season. Didn't really like the last season, but I still watched it, and that's my show. I'm a go hard American Horror Story person, I came in on the 6th season, and now I was just ready to watch this 11th season. But I couldn't last no more than 40 minutes on that first episode, because it was just so much gay sex, so much gay innuendos, and it was no gay. It was no heterosexual part of that show. Like, it was all gay couples. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, this season's not for me. This season is not for your boy Dutch. I'm gonna leave it to whoever wanna watch that type of content. And I just made a video. I just made one video on the channel about it, and I was going to keep it moving. But YouTube decided to recommend this video. Why, YouTube? Come on, man. See, the videos I want YouTube to recommend, it don't never recommend. I mean, I have 20, 40 views, you know what I mean? But this it recommended the shit out of it. You know what I mean? And hit that like button if you are in here right now or on the playback. Hit that like button so the algorithm can do its thing. I got it right there. Please hit the like button to activate the algorithm. But a lot of people came to that video and they told me I was a homophobe for not wanting to watch gay male sex. They told me that, I should be ashamed of myself for, getting on YouTube and saying, I don't want to watch this. I really don't want to watch this. And, they really shamed me. And then I did a video and I said, I got shamed for saying how I felt about the new season and how I did not want to watch said material and content and visuals. I don't want that visual in my head, right? I put out that video. I said, I got shamed for this, Guess what? I got shamed again for saying I got shamed. And they literally told me you should be ashamed of yourself because gay sex is just like straight sex. It's just sex, buddy. I said, look, man, at the end of the day, I can't rock. I ain't rocking like that. But I did. And I appreciate all of the LGBT members coming to my video and basically taking up for what I said. They came and they was like, this is some bullshit. It is too much sex in it. We're trying to get to the storyline. It was a writer, a gay writer. He came on the video commenting. He said, basically, I wouldn't have wrote the show like that. They didn't stay on story. Maybe that I would have, stayed on this episode if the writing was good, but the writing was so bad and I had to leave. So I've been bombarded with those comments all week. And then I had to do a third video. I just had to do a third video where I showed all of the hate I was getting for just saying I don't want to watch gay male sex throughout the show. Every scene is just this, it's just that. I'm like, man, can we get to the story? But anyway, that just led me to be like, okay, I want to go live, but I don't really want to talk about that anymore. But I do want to talk about something that relates to that. And that is gender identity and wokeism. How is that interaction or whole thing, how is that benefiting America? Is it benefiting America or is it destroying America? We are at the point right now in our country where I think we are the most divisive ever in history. We are more divided today than ever, I think. Even in slavery, Jim Crow. We are divided in ideology. When the Black community gives the Democratic Party 94% of the vote, people, 94% of the vote is given to the Democratic Party. That is hella divided. Even the Democrats or the Republicans got some of the Black people votes in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s and the 60s as well. You see, it was still a little balance there, people. But no, today, 2020, Biden got 96% of the Black vote. No party should ever get 96% of the Black vote or any vote. And that's where we're at in today's society. And I believe government is doing certain things in media, movies, TV shows, like She-Hulk. They literally came out and said, hey, we made this show to get men mad. Instead of just doing a great show, they wanted to troll. She said it. They wanted to troll the audience. They literally wanted to troll men, a third of their core audience. They did that, right? This mermaid movie, they know they couldn't they didn't have to do that. They could have just added, if you wanted inclusion, which I do got a video on that, if you want to include black people, give Ariel a black friend. Just give her a black friend. And then after you give her a black friend, they work together to seize the threat. And then the girl go back to her tribe under the sea. And then she discovers it's another threat. So bam, now, come on, people. Now you have another movie that you can spin off and have Ariel come in and be in that movie. Now you got more money, Disney. But no, they want to fan bait. That's what I learned this a couple of weeks ago. It's called fan baiting. When you bait the fans, when you know exactly how they're going to respond to your bullshit. So you put it out. Hey, this is really going to get them mad. This is really going to get them mad. And then, bam, we see a trailer with Halle Bailey as the new Little Mermaid. That is not inclusion. That is not representation. That is just transformation. See, you have transformation and then you have representation. What I just explained was representation when you give her a black friend. But when you change something that we've been seeing all our lives, we know this, we know Ariel. Black people know Ariel. My children said they didn't need to do that. My children said that. But they did transformation when you do that. You see? And that's just the tip of the iceberg when we talk about what's going on in our country. That's just the tip of the iceberg, people. Let's talk about these trans kids. We just had a situation where Dwayne Wade's ex-wife or baby mama came out and we've been looking for her for a minute. I was like, where's Zaya's mother at? We've been looking for Zaya's mother for 5 years and she's just been shutting the fuck up. But she spoke up a couple of days ago. She said, look, this man is trying to basically make my son, 13, 14-year-old son, use his sexuality and brand it. They are branding, he is branding his child's sexuality. He is branding his child's gender identity. Where they do that at? That's what I'm asking. The thing is, all of these companies, why do they want to brand his gender identity? Why do they want to brand his sexuality? Why do CoverGirl want to brand him? It's because of the indoctrination of our children, period. And that's what we're going to be looking at and focusing on today, along with these trans women in these sports, dominating these women, just dominating them. I mean, kicking their ass, literally kicking their ass. If you clicked on this video, you seen a MMA boxer. I seen this dude. I seen this man fuck this lady up in the cage. At the end of the day, I've been told all my life, men don't hit women. That is a bitch move, man. That is a straight bitch move. Look, I've been told all my life, don't hit a woman. And we get in trouble like a man will get in trouble. Man get looked down upon. A man get looked down upon. Man, boy, you hit that woman. Wow, you're a woman beater. Unless it's all good if I think I'm a woman. But I'm not actually a woman, though. I'm not physically a woman. That's understood. Like, no one is disputing that. I'm physically a woman. I mean, a man. I'm physically a man. But I think I'm a woman. So that gives me permission to get in a cage and hit this woman, hit this woman, hit this woman, hit this woman. That gives me permission to do this? Wow. Where are we at in America where a man. And this dude was in the army. I seen his picture. Like, this guy was ripped. This is a whole straight up simplified guy, like manly guy. But he said, hey, you know, I feel like a woman, so now I want to fight women. I want to fight. You want to fight women? Why not? And I'm not even saying they don't have a right to be in that sport, but make a trans woman's sport. But we don't have enough. It's not that many. It's not that many. The thing is, they are transitioning, and then they're transitioning from the sport, the male sport part, and going over to the female part. And that disturbs me, man. That is disturbing me here. Let me share this video real quick. And if you guys are in here, please make sure that you're hitting that like button, man, so it can activate the YouTube algorithm. Let me see. We are live right now. But yeah, man, that I seen that, and I was like, wow, like what is going on here? Like, it's to the point where, and when I was watching this match, and it was cringe, baby. It was really cringe. When I was watching this match, man, whew, the announcers said, get it, man, she is very strong. She's strong. I'm proud of her. She's a strong woman for doing that. She's a strong woman for doing that. So I'm thinking they talking about the woman who getting her, the real actual woman, biological woman who's getting her ass whooped. I'm thinking they talking about her. I literally was like, yeah, she gotta be strong as shit to go against this dude. But they was talking about the guy. They was talking about the dude. Like, they was like, yeah, man, you know, it's a strong person for being who he is. I mean, she's a strong person for being who she really is. I'm like, oh, they was talking about my man. They was talking about bruh. And all right, he's strong. He's strong. Wow. That but I really wanted to come up here and talk about these things with you guys, man. It's amazing how we in America are just turning a blind eye to these obvious things. You know, a lot of women out here, including my daughters, have to compete with these men. A lot of my daughters, I have an 18-year-old daughter, I have a 13-year-old daughter, and I have an 8-year-old daughter. And my daughters now have to compete with men who want to be women, who say they're women, who believe they're women, you know? And I'm not trying to be disrespectful on today's video, on today's live. I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all. I'm just trying to get a better understanding of why we think and why we, you know, turn a blind eye to these situations, these very serious situations that we have dealing with these trans women and fighting women in the cage match. You know, that just don't rock with me, right? I don't like that. You see what I'm saying? Even Nyla Rose in AEW wrestling, you know, you can't hit women in wrestling. They don't do intergender matches anymore because of obvious reasons. But this woman or this man is now a woman. He gets to you know, throw around women like rag dolls. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it bothers me because I have little girls. And for all of the feminists out there, I never thought I'll be with a feminist on the right, on the same side of them, but all of them are fighting for this too. Like, wow, this puts a shit stain on anything that we have been trying to do for the last 100 years in this country, is get women's rights. A woman have a right to play basketball, to fight, to do all of this stuff with other women. You see, you're taking away opportunities. You're taking away all of these resources that these women have in these sports. Now you telling me you can't make it in the men's league, so you're gonna come over here and dominate these women. This MMA fighter is hitting a woman. He is a man. I don't care. You are a man. And you're in that cage and you're hitting this woman in the face. You hitting this woman in the stomach. You hitting this woman in the breast. You hitting this woman. And they looking at it like, oh, he's a strong person or she's a strong person for being who she really is. Come on, man. Come on, man. That shit don't rock with me like that. It fucks me up. And let's go back to these trans kids, man. They putting them kids on Front Street. Zaya Wade has been in the public's eye for about 5 years now. Since he was like 11 years old. Why? Why Dwayne Wade? Why Gabrielle Union? And I'm glad his mother came out and said, I'm tired of this. You are extorting my son. Not extorting. He probably is because he's getting paid for him. He's getting paid for that. But he's exploiting him to probably extort him. You see? There's something wrong with that, man. That shit should be held privately. Because like I said on my video on this, I just put it out yesterday. Like I said, Magic Johnson, I did not know about LJ, Magic Johnson's son, being gay until he was 18 years old, But you think he just became gay at 18 years old? Nah. They handled that behind the scenes, man. And then once he turned 18 years old, Magic go out and be you. Go be all of the you that you can be. And I'm sure they got therapy. You see what I'm saying? I'm sure they got therapy. And he's just gay. But at the end of the day, man, the thing is, you don't prance your child out to be in all of these, events and all of these companies giving them contracts. For what? For what? What does Zaya Wade do? What does Zaya Wade do? The only reason he is famous is because of his sexuality. Martin Luther King said, judge a man by his character, not his skin color. And I don't think you should be judged by your sexuality. You're asking us heterosexual men to not judge you by your sexuality. But in fact, these companies is judging Zaya Wade by his sexuality. That just went over the head. I know it went over the head. But nonetheless, I want you guys to look at this video I'm about to show you. It's going to be the first video we're going to see. And we're going to see another video where they are debating if trans women should play or fight women in real sports, you see? But this video of trans kids had me disturbed. And it is cringe. I warn you. You are about to see something that is in America right now. It's not no other country. This is in America right now. It's happening right now. What you guys are about to see on this video I'm about to show is happening in America right now. And I never thought I'll see this. And this is child abuse. This is child abuse. Let's go.
She's the devious diva you could ever think of.
Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night. Oh.
Hi, my name is Lactatia. I'm like at
RuPaul's Drag Con right now. I just went and did a panel with Gina Means, who's like my favorite drag queen ever. Come on, anyone who comes up to me and says, "Oh my God, I'm such a big fan. Oh my God, can I get a picture with you?" No.
This kid, Nina Mai, what he's saying is, I'm so famous right now in that community that people are coming up to me asking for a picture. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. This kid is famous. You guys, do you guys understand what he just said? He's famous. And he said, I don't want no pictures today. You have grown men and women in the LGBT community going up to this little kid talking about, can I get a picture with you? Wow.
Are you a lactator? Are you a lactator? I don't care about my fans, I care about my lactators. I'm gonna find out who's lactating today.
The hardest part of all this was when I didn't transition and I was not happy and it didn't feel right.
So we sought the support of a gender specialist. And so through conversations there, Rebecca came to tell us, no, this is definitely me. I'm a girl. I'm a girl in my head and my heart.
I felt like I was a girl because I liked the color pink and I liked girls' clothes.
So he said, get this right, you guys. He said, the little boy said, I think I'm a transgender because I like girls' clothes and I like the color pink. Do you guys understand that little children cannot discern about or discern if they identify as any trans person or any gender, because the sexuality in their mind and gender in their mind does not operate like it operates for us. They do not perceive these things like we perceive these things. They do not understand sexuality. That little girl does not understand sexuality until sexuality is introduced to her. And even then, they still don't understand it. We have a influx in, transgender kids in the last 20 years, right? I mean, I think they said it was like 150%. What the hell is going on? It's because it's a trend. And these parents are actually putting these kids up to it. Just because, look, my little girl's like boy shit. My little girl's like boy. My 13-year-old, she's a straight up tomboy. Remember, they used to be called tomboys? Remember, they used to be like, hey, she's acting like a boy? But now, soon as these kids show interest in something not their gender or the opposite of, they must be transgender. And I think that's wrong. Like you're literally telling this girl, or this little girl is saying, I'm transgender because this boy is saying, I'm transgender because I like pink. I like girl clothes. Bruh, you can wear girl clothes all you want. You can wear pink all you want, but you don't have to be a girl to do that.
How they wore their hair and stuff.
Hi guys, what's up? It's Evan Ross Katz. I'm senior style editor here at Mike.com. I'm joined by one of the youngest and most famous drag kids in the world. Desmond is amazing.
It is an honor to be back, and I'm very...
Oh, such a beautiful look before my eyes today. Can you talk to me about the look?
This outfit is what I'm calling Ice Queen.
And what inspired it?
Winter. Happy holidays.
They said this is the most famous drag kid. Why is it? Why does that even exist? Why does that even exist, people? Trying to get this right, you guys. But I don't understand why that exists. A kid being the most famous. It's more like, what the hell is going on here?
I'm Desmond is Amazing, and LGBTQ kids, happy holidays and Merry Christmas. Follow me on Instagram at Desmond is Amazing. No spaces.
Do y'all see how that kid right there is literally
Love a good plug.
Do y'all see? Let's go back. I want y'all to look at this real quick. And if y'all want to come up here, just hit that link in the chat room. Listen to and watch how he's looking at that man. Watch how he's looking at that man while he gives his handles and give his information.
I'm Desmond is Amazing, and LGBTQ kids, happy holidays and Merry Christmas. Follow me on Instagram at Desmond is Amazing. No spaces.
Love a good plug.
You see how he was just looking at this guy for approval? I have kids. I know that look. I know that look wholeheartedly. When I'm in public with my child and, I'm telling them to do something and, remember to do this, okay? They, or say something when we're at school or they in a play or whatever, Remember, say it like that, say it like. They say things exactly like that. They look at you for approval. Am I saying this right? That little boy looked like he's been coerced into doing these things against his will. I'm sorry.
So, Patty, is it a secret that you want to be a girl?
Actually, I don't want to be a girl. I am a girl.
7-year-olds Paddy and George have something in common. They're both transgender.
They're not some circus freaks. They're normal children who are born with their own plumbing.
Today, kids as young as 3 are saying they were born the wrong gender.
Are you a boy or a girl?
Boy. Because I want to be a boy.
But what do you do when your perfect baby...
Let me ask y'all a question. Let me just ask y'all a question. You're 3 years old, right? You're 3 years old. And you don't know, you haven't even entered school yet. You haven't even interacted with people yet. You're 3. You're 1, 2, 3. You've only been on this earth 3 years. And you go up to your mama or your daddy and you say, hey, daddy, I am not a boy, daddy. Daddy, I'm not a boy, daddy, I'm a girl. And your daddy or your mama say, oh my God, I think we made a mistake. At the hospital. They misgendered my child. They assigned my child male when they just let us know. They 3 and they understand everything about sexuality. And they understand everything about gender. They understand that they are not a man or a boy. This is not a boy. It's not a boy, Damon. It's not a boy. It's actually a girl. He's a girl. And he understands exactly who he is. Hey, can a little 3-year-old take me to the store? Oh, what you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Nah, I mean, he understands. He's a good, he's on his feet. So obviously he can drive, right? Oh no, he's just 3. What are you talking about? He can't even reach the pedals. But if he feel like he can reach the pedals, he can reach it. And he can take me to the store. Well, that's ludicrous. He's only 3 years old. What are you talking about? All right. Can he have a cigarette? I'm trying to smoke. Can he smoke with me? No, he can't make that decision to smoke. I mean, he is 3 years old, sir. All right, I'm sorry. So the liquor store down the street, can he go give me a beer? You know you have to be 21 years old to purchase alcohol. But you just said he knows that he's a girl. So what the fuck is all the rest of the shit? He understands everything if he know he a girl. Come on, people. I just walked y'all down the logic train. But y'all don't even know what it is. This motherfucker just said, my child knew at 3 years old he was fucking transgender. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. That's bullshit.
Girl wants to be a little boy.
Otherwise, I'll kill you.
George hates being identified as a twin because he associates being a twin as being a girl.
Or your youngest son wants to be daddy's little princess.
He just brings little baby home. Little boy, imagine kicking football with him.
Hi, I'm Desmond is Amazing, and I'm a 10-year-old drag kid from New York City. I love doing drag because you get to express yourself and there's no boundaries. And if you don't think you look fabulous, you do, because your costumes are always fabulous. Even if your makeup isn't perfect and on point, you still look amazing.
Förra somras så kom det liksom jättemånga barn och liksom bara sa till mig, är du kille eller tjej, är du kille eller tjej? Svarade liksom ingenting. Sen så svarade jag att jag var båda.
Sweden is the most forward-thinking country in the world when it comes to questioning gender. The gender-neutral pronoun hen is now commonly used by most Swedes, and government-funded
Hen? Like Hennessy? What the hell? Hen?
kindergartens often spark controversy in the foreign press. With recent victories for the trans rights movement and more young people defining something other than male and female than ever before, I'm curious to find out what it's like to grow up without the gender binary.
So I've just arrived in Örebro in Sweden. I'm about to go meet a family who are attempting to bring up their kids free from all gender norms. Hello, Amelia, nice to meet you. How are you?
This is Nico.
Hello.
This is Margareta,
Amelia, nice
and
to
this
meet
is
you.
Nika. Margareta is my partner's mother.
And where's your partner?
At work.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody's got to bring home the veggie bacon.
If you think life is complicated, try dealing with a transgender girl texting a boy she just met at school.
She's made a new friend, and it's a boy. So I tell her, you know, if you're going to have friends that are boys, they need to know immediately. I wanted to tell you that I was transgender.
Well, check this out. I agree with this lady, and she's teaching her transgender child. And look, at the end of the day, if we're going to do it, at least let them know off break, right? Let them know off break, man. Just let them know off break. See, the thing is, a lot of these, you know, transgender women out here are not telling these men. I'd seen a video a couple weeks ago where this woman, she on, live or something, and she's like, yeah, his mother came to me talking about, yeah, I had you around my kids. That's messed up that you ain't tell us that you was transgender for all these weeks. But, you with my son. And I think that's something that you need to let someone know immediately. Immediately, you need to let that person know that you are trans. I'm tired of seeing these cases where, they're on dates and they're going out and they're doing this and they're doing that. And it's established that this guy he's not gay, man. And they will say, well, you're not gay if you messing with a trans woman. At the end of the day, you can't tell that person how he gonna feel. So that's why you should just give him that information. I believe that is the R word right there. You are R worded. Soon as you let that dude hit, you just R word that dude because it was without his consent. You see what I'm saying? It was without his consent. And I believe that's why a lot of these transgender women be getting their ass whooped, is because it's in the heat of the moment. Y'all chilling. You've been messing around. He probably let you meet his family and all of this. And y'all chilling. And it's about 3 months in. And you feeling like, I think I can tell him. I think I can tell him what's up. And y'all sitting there and, you're feeling good. You got something to drink. And, she tell the man or he tell the man. I just want to let you know that I was born male. 3 months in. And this man, crime of passion, man. You start seeing red. Because in his mind, he's like, damn, I've been kissing a dude for 3 months. I've been feeling on a dude for 3 months. I introduced this dude to my homies. I introduced this dude to my mother. I introduced this dude to everybody I know. I was falling for this person. And I got deceived. It's not just not telling me, but it's deception, man. You need to tell somebody that off break. I don't care. If the conversation is going there, you need to stop that conversation and say, look, I'm going to let you know something. I'm going to let you know now, and you can make the decision to continue talking to me or not. I don't care if you're scared of the reaction. You got to accept the reaction. You have to, because that is dangerous, not only for you, but him. This guy could be a upstanding guy and got caught up with you. And then 3 months down the line, you tell him you was born a male. That is going to psychologically damage this man. That is going to psychologically mess him up to the point where he's going to question, am I gay? Am I gay? Because why didn't I know this? Why is it something internal in me that I knew, but I just wasn't wanting to tell myself? He's going to go over this in his mind. And then he just might do something to that trans woman. Now, without the context, he's at trial. He's in trial. He's at trial right now because he got locked up for murder, right? He got locked up for murder or whooping that person's ass. And the judge and the prosecutor and everybody saying, yeah, this is a hate crime. This is a hate crime. Now he's labeled as a person that hit this person because he hates that person. Without the context, it looks like it, don't it? But plenty of situations go down like that, people. yes, you should tell the person as soon as possible that you are trans, because these doctors are doing some amazing shit out here, man. They are doing some shit that is just fucking out of this world. They are doing some shit that I'm looking at like, whoa, I am glad I am married, been married for 12 years, got through 3 beautiful little girls, and I ain't going nowhere. I'm married to a woman that I met in 2007. Before all of this shit, I can't imagine trying to navigate life out here, meeting people, and I have to go through your Instagram and hope I see a little kid. And, you know, like, for real, man, this it's some real shit going on out here. These doctors are fucking people head up. So, yes, you need to tell off break. So, at least shout out to this woman. Try to get this back here.
That I was a boy, but I became a girl. So I have a girl brain, but a male body.
A few moments later, the boy responds, obviously confused.
He just sent me, but you have a girl body, right?
That's a very difficult question to ask. Why don't you tell him to watch the videos first?
Jazz texts him back to watch this online video of her. Will help him to understand.
And I think like a girl, but I just have a boy body. Oh, that's a cute video. So what parts of a boy do you have?
I had an appointment.
They think this shit funny, man. They really think this shit funny. Like, why? Well, first of all, fuck that. And I'm sorry if I'm cursing you guys a lot. I'm just real passionate, right? Forget that. Why are you Why are you worried about or trying to set your child up with another boy in school? Why is that even existing in that household? My little girl is 8 years old. My youngest is 8 years old. And I'd be damned if she's on the phone with a boy and they're talking about hooking up. I will be damned if my little girl talking about, Dad, I'm interested in this boy. I got him on the phone. He gonna be my boyfriend. And that's what I'm saying, you guys. Is gender identity and wokeism destroying America? Because we are having these little kids focus on sex all day long without context or anything. We just had our family meeting today. And I encourage you guys, please have family meetings with your children and your wife or your husband. Have these family meetings because you learn a lot about your children and your children learn a lot about you. But we was having a family meeting and I was telling them about, how in high school and middle school, the way they taught us sex education with context. You see what I'm saying? I said my health teacher, Mr. Musgrove, he was teaching the sex education class that day, and he blew up a condom. And all of us like, oh my God, he blowing up condoms. Oh my gosh. And he was rubbing it. He was rubbing that condom. He was rubbing it. He blew it up and he was rubbing it, right? He was rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it. And then it popped. And we like, whoa, why did it pop, dog? Like, what the hell? And he was giving us context to friction. That, yes, even if you do wear this condom, it can pop. And you can get her pregnant, you guys. To the women or the young girls. Just because you do have a condom, he can get you pregnant because it can pop. And he showed us. You see? What if Mr. Musgrove would have just came into class, blew up the condom, did that, it popped, and left the room? All we would have been doing was laughing at him do this. We would have just got the fun part of it. We wouldn't have received the message. You see? All of this perversion out here that the liberals and the progressives are doing, and this media that is spewing this information, that is spewing this fuckery to our children on a daily basis through movies, social media, TV, ads, commercials, everything. School, because you got it down in school. If they want to do if they're just going through puberty, the counselors are not even letting the parents know, but they trying to transition the child without your consent. They're trying this shit in our schools in America. All of this is happening in America, people. I'm spitting some real gems to you guys, and I'm trying to tell you, it is real, and y'all see it. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Crazy.
Recently at the Tavistock in London, and our second appointment is the second day I go back to school. I'm hoping for the blockers, really, just to make the whole package. Make the whole package really.
Did y'all hear what he said? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about these blockers. They're called blockers. And what are they blocking, Dutch? What are they blocking? They're blocking puberty from happening. And it's basically chemical castration. They're blocking puberty from happening to where I'm naturally supposed to grow hair in certain places. I'm naturally supposed to start smelling, my 13-year-old going through it now. I'm naturally supposed to about to get some facial hair if I'm a little boy. I'm naturally about to feel these sexual urges. I'm naturally about to see if I'm gay or straight. I'm naturally going through some things with my body that needs to happen so I can be social, so I can be a full adult once I become 18, 19, 20. So I can have meaningful relationships with people, be it I'm gay or not. Having meaningful relationships with people as a regular human being growing at regular rate. But no, they are going to give me hormone blockers to where all of that, what I just named, cease to exist, will not flourish, will not happen. So I will look like a little boy until I stop these blockers. But no, hold on. But when I stop these blockers, it just doesn't pick back up. No, I'm going to have a little micro penis like that. Because during puberty, your penis starts to grow at normal rate, people. But no. My penis will look like this at this point in time, at 1920. Now, I don't want the blockers anymore. I get off of the blockers. Now, I'm trying to have meaningful relationships with women. Or if I'm gay, a man, whatever. No, it's not happening. They laugh. Now I'm depressed. I'm like, wow, shit, damn, why did I do that? Why did my parents let me do this shit? I was just a fucking child. Why did they let me do this? Just because I said so? What the fuck? They are my parents. I need They should have fucking warned me about this shit, which parents are supposed to do. Parents are supposed to do this, people. These are parents. But the parents did this to this little boy. The parents did this to this little boy. Now he's depressed. Now this little boy just don't know what to do with his life. And guess what happens after that? I don't even have to say it. You already know. And then they will put that in the statistics, right? Trans people are committing at a higher rate today. And it's because people are not allowing them to be who they are. That's not true. They're taking themselves out of the game because of what I just said, people. They're taking themselves out of the game because mama allowed this.
Be happy, and that will be that.
What do you have?
I had an appointment recently at the Tavistock in London, and our second appointment is the second day I go back to school. I'm hoping for the blockers, really, just to make the whole package. Make the whole package really make me happy, and that will be that. I'll be perfect.
And I would be quite happy for Kai to.
He say he will be perfect. Do y'all hear that? And the chat room is open, you guys, if you guys want to say anything. Or you guys can come up here, just hit that link in the chat room. But he say he will be perfect. Let me tell you something. Even if I had all the women in the world and I was so content with my sexuality and who I was, I'm still not perfect. This little kid said, check it. Check with a mind. Check where his mind is as a child, how they think, how children think, people. He said, once I get these blockers, I will be happy and I will be perfect. Check what he said. He said, once I get these, he sounds like a child, and this mother is allowing this. His mother is supposed to be the protector. His mother is supposed to be there to guide him, to tell him, no, you are a boy. We are going to work through this. We are going to get help. We are going to a psychiatrist. We are going to put you on, if you need to put you on medication, put you on medication. But I advise you not to put them on medication. But we're going to work with this. We're going to work with you. Because ain't nobody perfect. You ain't going to be perfect. See, and she ain't even going to tell him you ain't going to be perfect. Because no one is perfect. Damn, man. Wow.
Do go on the hormone blockers now. I mean, he's nearly 10, but it would just give him some more time just to breathe without everything growing and being so overwhelming for him.
It's a reason. Let me tell you guys something. It is a reason why biology is like this. Why you're not supposed to stop that. You are not supposed. If they had the fountain of youth and you can reverse the shit, I will reverse this. Look, all of this gray coming in, man. I wish that could be black again. And it's up here, baby. It is up there. I wish I could go back to 14, 15 years old real quick. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could experience my first sexual experience, over and over and over again, because you're always chasing your first. But nah, I don't want to stop the motherfucker. I don't want to stop the evolution. I'm about to be 40 in a year. I don't want to stop. Nah, let me go ahead and get that 40. Let me get that 40. That's maturity coming up, baby. And that's what I'm saying. This lady say, hey, this is gonna put it on hold. We don't put that on hold. Nah, we put a call on hold. You know what I mean? We put an order on hold. You know what I'm saying? We don't put that on hold. We don't put biology on hold. We don't put nature on hold. They saying this shit like, let me put you on hold real quick, player. Nah, man, you don't do that. Some bullshit, man.
When I was about 3, I knew there was like something wrong. I didn't know what like happened, like what was happening. But like a year ago, I think now, I told my mum.
You didn't see anything or on TV or anything, and you thought you were the only one in the world. And I said, don't worry, there's other people. A lot of 10-year-olds wouldn't be dealing with these things. So I think it's made him a lot stronger because, you know, he has to stand up for himself a lot more and he has to explain himself a lot more to people.
No, you have to stand up for him a lot more. You have to let him know that you are a little boy. If you stand up for him, I guarantee he will stand up for himself.
What's so scary about us? I mean, I know it's new, but sometimes new things aren't what you expect it to be.
Maybe sometimes change is okay.
Yeah, sometimes change is okay. We need change.
We're trying to get to the heart of the issue about why bathroom policies are so disruptive for transgender kids. That is why we've come to Delaware to talk to a transgender child, Trinity, a 13-year-old transgender girl.
I'm a mum of 3 children. My youngest is trans, and I am extremely proud of him.
We just seen a clip where they was talking about the bathrooms. I have an idea about the bathrooms. Let me tell you guys something, man. Remember the shooter that, you know, went to the theater of the Batman movie. Remember that guy, right? Remember that guy. He went there because at that theater there was a policy of you can't bring a gun in here. It was not a open carry or carry, you know. And he skipped the one that had open carry, right? Where people can bring in their guns. You see what I'm saying? So he went to that one to shoot that one up based upon that, right? Now, the thing is, when you are a pedophile, say you're a pedophile, right? And you go and you want to go do some nefarious shit with kids. Let's just say it. Let's just put it out there. You want to go find some kids to fuck with. Because we do know pedophiles go find kids to fuck with, right? That is understandable, right? Okay. You know, at that mall right there near your house, it is men and women bathrooms, period. That's it. It's not transgender, it's not none of that, right? None of that. They ain't got that going on, right? But about 5 miles up the road from there, transgenders can go in that bath. They can pick their own bathroom, right? Where do you, and these are all hypothetically speaking, but it can happen. It's possible, okay? So I'm going in my comment section talking about when that gonna happen. It can happen. You know it can happen. What mall you think he's gonna act like he's a transgender at? What mall? Yes, he can go into that bathroom. He can just walk into the children's or the men's bathroom or the women's bathroom, whichever one. He can just walk in there with the mall next to him. Yes, he can. He can. But do you think he's going to just walk in there and potentially get noticed as being a man walking into a woman's bathroom? Or will he just put on a wig and stroll right up the road 5 miles up the road. Which one do you think he's going to do? And that's when you open the can. When you open the can of worms, anything can get the fuck in. We watch it on horror movies all the time, don't we? Don't we, people? Don't you mess with that Ouija board. Don't you do that. Because you open that door, you looking for your mama. But they gonna send somebody, then something else gonna come through there, Larry. Larry, something else gonna come through, Larry. If you open it up, something gonna come through. So you leave that motherfucker door closed, man. See, that's just the conservative speaking in me. That's just the conservatism speaking to me. The valuing of morals and understanding what possibilities and probabilities are. That's just me being a black conservative. Excuse me.
I've just dropped him at a trans youth club, and he's never been to a trans youth club before. He's never met another trans child before. And when we walked through the door, his face just lit up, and I felt delighted.
So I just saw Mama's Melting post about some ignorant fuckwad on Fat Girl Fitness's photo of her wife holding their new baby. Somebody felt the need to say that they thought that marriage is just between a man and a woman on her family photo. If you feel that way, I'm with Mama's Melting. Get the fuck off my page. I have an amazing gender non-conforming partner. I have an amazing transgender child. I'm a queer woman on a weight loss journey who doesn't need your bullshit. I don't need it. I don't need your support. I don't need your likes. I don't need your follow. If you are an ignorant piece of trash who feels the need to say anything about my family, Fat Girl Fitness's family, or any other family that's anywhere like mine,
I honestly don't know what the fuck that was. What the fuck was that? Oh my God. Hey, Shorty had a lot going on. She fat. She's queer. Her kid is queer. She married to a queer, non-binary person. And if you guys think that I am a bigot, I'm not, okay? I am not a bigot. I am not a person that hate transgender. I'm not a person who say y'all need not to exist. I'm not that. I actually know a couple of transgender folks in my life. And when I came up here, I said, we're going to be talking about some real situations, but I still wanted to not take ourselves so seriously, because you guys just know me as Dutch, the black non-democrat. I do have a life, and I do have feelings, and I do have understandings of America, where we at right now. I understand it. That's why I get up here on this platform and I generalize a lot of things, because I can't touch you individually, but I can touch you on a majority level, because you do see certain things on a majority level. I can only talk about the majority because I don't know you specifically. You see? Does that make sense? And I think what we just seen in this video was a lot of child abuse. There was a lot of child abuse there that is not getting addressed. You have children that saying they just want to, or they are trans, when it's real trans people out here who really have gender dysphoria, who really deep in their heart believe that they are in the wrong body. And I don't care how you want to slice it. The thing is, I just don't want them having the world think it as well. You see what I want them to get help. I want them to get a better understanding, because we as human beings, we as black people, we as white people, we have to deal with life, man. I'm sorry. There's certain things in my life that I wish I never had, but I have to deal with it. I came from poverty, man. Northeast, Washington, D.C., right there, 1280 Rum Street. I came from poverty, man. I can't just feel like I was rich. And if I felt like I was rich people say, shut the fuck up, because you're not. Deal with it, little boy. Get your ass back down the hood. I'm black. In certain areas, I would get shitted on because of my skin color. Just because I'm black. Can I just change being black? Something biological? Fuck no. I gotta deal with that shit. I gotta acclimate to life. I gotta deal with that shit. Just because I feel like I don't want to be black anymore because of the shit I gotta deal with, I can't. I got to deal with it. I have to deal with it. My children, they go through shit, and I be like, you gotta deal with it though. We was talking about getting my daughter some contacts. I wish my daughter can see without glasses, but she can't. She can't, but she got to deal with it. That's something that happened to her biologically. She has to deal with it, man. And I'm tired of these people just thinking they can just get a free ride and do shit just because they feel like it. Fuck that. Because there's a lot of people out here that's going through shit in life. And guess what they got to do? Deal with it. Now, I digress. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go off on a tantrum like that. I did not mean that. But I'm dead serious, man. I wish my daughters didn't have to go through a lot of shit. But shit that they have to deal with, they're going to get through. And I believe these transgender individuals can get through. We are just not supposed to just acquiesce to what they feel. We need to help them on what they feel. We need to get them through. This next video is talking about the trans women in sports. There's a lot of women out there. I have 3 girls I mentioned before, an 18-year-old, a 13-year-old, and an 8-year-old. And I will be so pissed if they are the best at what they do. Say, my daughter, right? She's 18 now, but when she was 14, 13, she was playing lacrosse. She was shoot. Whoa! She broke her ankle though, but she got back out there. You know what I mean? And what if she was the best in that, man? What if she went on and became a lacrosse god in college, like a lacrosse goddess, man? She's just on the Wheaties bottle, like I'm lacrosse. I am. What if she's that, right? What if she got scholarships? What if she's the shit in lacrosse? And then some man comes along and get on the team because he feel like a woman and take all of that shit from my daughter. You know how I will feel? I want to fuck that guy up. I will want to go to that college go on that motherfucking field and steal him in his motherfucking shit for stealing that glory from my daughter who earned that shit. So we're going to look at a debate to see who's right. And I really want to hear this debate. I'm not going to be jumping in too much. I just want to hear how are they going to defend this shit? Biological male going into a female's sport.
Do you love middle ground? I know I do. Did you know that every purchase made at the Jubilee shop helps fund this show? If you're
For 8 years.
Back roll.
Hi, my name is Howard. I've been a swimmer for 13 years and currently I'm on the UCLA triathlon team.
My name's Jing and I've been swimming for 11 years.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I've been playing indoor volleyball for 7 years. I've been playing beach volleyball for 3 years.
My name is Afton. I play women's flat track roller derby and I've been playing since the end of 2018.
That motherfucker looked like a straight up Viking. God damn. You. Whoa, boy. What the
Track roller derby and
that motherfucker. Man. He playing against girls? Oh my God. This motherfucker. Woo. I don't even want to play against this motherfucker.
I've been playing since the end of 2018.
My name is Mac Beggs. I'm a wrestler. I've been in combat sports for 8 years.
My name is Sydney. I played tennis growing up for 13 years and now I am a fitness coach.
Trans athletes have an unfair advantage.
Look how tall that. Look how tall this motherfucker is. Oh my God. They really letting these dudes get down like that.
Forward if you agree.
For 8 years.
My name is Sydney. I played tennis growing up for 13 years and now I am a fitness coach.
Trans athletes have an unfair advantage. Step forward if you agree.
I agree.
When you first think about like transgender athletes, I guess the first thing you think about is, well, biologically, transition usually happens after puberty, right? So if this biologically male athlete goes through puberty, he gets like better bone structure, he has all these skills that he enhances, all these muscle that he puts on, and then he transitions. Yes, your testosterone levels go down, but you're always just gonna have that like things that you've gone through like during puberty that you have after you've transitioned. So I feel like there's always gonna be that advantage.
I think it's dependent on the gender that they are transitioning to. For example, trans women do have somewhat of an advantage. Biological men are naturally born with higher bone density and larger lung.
I do agree with her on that. But you don't see that's the thing. Like you don't see just women going to play the men, trans men going to play with the dudes. You don't see this. Like this, we will see if they have that here. I don't think they have that. I don't think none of them men, like biological men on here, are women. Were born women. So I do agree that yeah, you won't have the advantage if you go and play with LeBron James and them. I'm sorry, you're not. They're gonna dump on your ass. But on the other hand, like I said, that man gonna have that trans woman is gonna have that advantage over them women.
Capacity and a larger heart, and that's not something that can necessarily be changed with hormones. Of course, this isn't the same for trans men athletes.
For me, it's just on average, guys are typically a little bit stronger, a little bit larger, a little bit taller. So depending on the sport.
Nah, bruh, a lot of bit taller, a lot of bit stronger. The average man and the average woman doesn't even they pale against each other.
Especially, it can give them a large advantage when you're looking at something like that. When it's something like swimming, having that ability to be.
Can y'all even believe that we are arguing this? Like, just think, young. We are literally arguing this. This is an argument. This is a debate. This is a real debate.
A little bit larger lung capacity will overall affect that.
Can I have the disagreeer step forward?
Among cisgender men and cisgender women, there are naturally differences.
Okay, that's a trans woman, but I wonder, is it a contact sport? Now, if we're playing volleyball, volleyball, you're hitting the shit out of that ball. Tennis, you're hitting the shit out. You look like you're playing tennis, or she looked like she played tennis. I don't know, but we're going to see.
In their anatomy, in their hormonal levels, in their height, bone structure, all that stuff. Like any cisgender woman compared to another might have a different body type. Yeah. Some women are naturally very strong. If you take the advantage, which I think in most cases is the hormones, and if you compare the blood work and you're just looking at that, if they're on the same level, in my opinion, there just isn't an advantage, because when you grow up playing sports, some people are good at sports, some people aren't.
The problem I see.
But the issue with that is this. You overall say, okay, all trans women, get what he's saying, you know, if it's the same thing, you know, some women or some men got the same biological makeup as women, muscle wise or whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever you want, how you want, they the same, right? But that's on an individual level. You gotta understand. That's an individual level. Am I right or wrong? Y'all go down in the comment section and tell me if I'm right or wrong. That's an individual. That's a case by case basis. But you're taking the whole thing and saying all trans women can come. You see, and all of them ain't gonna be the same as women. You see what I mean? All of them ain't gonna be, their body ain't gonna be made up like them women. We see it with the swimmer. We seen it with the MMA person I was telling you about. So at the end of the day, you can't blanket it. If you can't do all, don't do none. If you can't blanket that, if you can't say, all right, you know, all of them are going to be equal to women, nah, but you can't say it. You can't say it, so don't make the whole thing legal. That's I hate when people try to use the minority and use the outlier to make a whole argument. Like don't do that to me. You know what I mean? You know, on average, the average man built like, say, me, the average man is better than the best woman. Is better than the best woman in that sport. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, buddy.
This argument is that there's a large group of people that no matter what I do in a sport.
Look at this motherfucker. This is a big dude, man. What sport is he playing? Rugby or something? Like, what the hell? This motherfucker is this nigga is a berserker. He's a berserker from the Vikings, man. I think he got a Viking tattoo. This motherfucker is big.
Will always automatically assume that I have an advantage, but they're not taking into account.
You do. God damn. That's a big motherfucker.
Hours that I put into practice, hours that I put into weightlifting to become.
He looked like Nicolas Cage in the face, man. This is like a grown, a giant Nicolas Cage.
A better athlete. Roller derby is probably 90+% cis women.
Oh my God! A roller derby? They be fucking people up like that. Bam! Get the fuck out of my way. Bam! bam, bam, bam. Like, whoa, I would not play that motherfucker in roller derby. Roller derby, that is a violent sport.
I get my ass handed to me. Like,
They be lying like shit. I'm like, I get my ass handed to bruh. You are not, no. You allowing them to do that. See, somebody said on another clip I had, they said, look, Bruce Jenner said, you know, they just allowed themselves to get beat. Like, come on, man.
yes, I am tall, and I can see that can be an advantage in some sports, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee that I have an advantage.
Oh yeah. What we usually hear in the news and politics and stuff is about trans women, just because they're in so much prominence, because they are winning. Like, I can't remember what her name is right now, but she was a powerlifter. She is a powerlifter. I think she went to Tokyo Olympics, and she's transgender. And they're winning by a large amount of weight.
If you truly believe that trans women have an advantage, even with hormones, then that means you truly believe that trans men have a disadvantage, even with hormones. So the argument that you hear most of the time is against trans women. Yeah. So does that mean that you're okay with trans men having that disadvantage?
When I was going through...
No, I'm not okay with any of it. I don't think you should do it. Women fought for these rights to play ball. Women fought for these leagues, man. Women fought for this shit. Women fought for this. Now my daughters got to fight for it again? Wow.
High school, I wrestled against females. I had to suppress both my hormones in my body. And I was still able to beat the men too, with my levels low. And I cut 15 pounds a week. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. The body is like a shell. And what we do every single day in the practices and the life lessons that we get, living 40 years on this earth, we just try to live life the best we can.
Yeah.
Trans athletes should have a separate category in certain sports.
I agree.
I don't want to say that they should be in a completely different category, just because socially and legally, yes, they are that gender that they transition to, and putting them in another category just seems, from hindsight, it seems wrong. But as an athlete, in the sporting world, it just does seem a little bit unfair if you classify them under the same group, I guess.
Yeah, I think that there definitely are some sports where your physical ability makes a much larger impact on the sport itself. Wrestling would be one of them, swimming, track, something like that. But if you look at NASCAR as a sport, I believe that anyone can then go and do that sort of sport.
I do I do agree with that. But NASCAR, I think it's just male. Let's take poker. You can be a male or a woman, and you could be a woman or a man playing. A man can play a woman in poker. I think the non-contact, or what he's saying, you can have that. And I think it is that out there. I think you can do that. I think it's already that out there. I think so. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. What happened to my stream? What's this? What's this thing? My stream looked like it went down. No. Let me see. I know. Why did that go now? What the fuck? Oh my God.